lot of kids that come there, and that are doing these things after school. So it's a noble gesture that they're doing, and it's good that they can have athletes that compete at the international stage, because that serves as an encouragement for the next child.
Time is exactly 17 minutes to 9 o'clock. What's with the question? Today in studio, I'm joined by two individuals that are changing the world of sports in Namibia. I'm speaking about Coach Letu Hamhola and Forcelledo. They are two coaches, and they are doing the Lord's work, as it were. So many times one tends to turn a blind eye on the time and effort spent by coaches to develop athletes and get results, especially when it comes to international participation. Again, joining us on the socials this morning is athletic coach Letu Hamhola and wrestling coach Forcelledo to take us through their experiences. They just concluded the 2022 Birmingham Commonwealth Games and the way forward. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. And good morning, listeners.
Now, let me start with you, Luis. Briefly give us some background information on the wrestling club, which I understand that you are head of, and just a bit about yourself.
Well, about the wrestling club, the two others will compete now in the Commonwealth Games, coming from the After School Center Wrestling Club, was Romeo Goliath in the 57 kilogram and Jason African in 65 kilogram.
Right, and Letu?
Yeah. First of all, before I start, I want to big up my fellow coach here. He does a lot of good work for literally nothing.
Right.
Because at the after-school center in Katutura, if you have fine time, you can visit them there. It's the center that belongs to the Ministry of Gender.
I attended the after-school center when I was younger also. We used to do sports and theater and the arts,
So they have a lot of kids that come there and that are doing these things after school. So it's a noble gesture that they're doing. And it's good that they can have athletes that compete at the international stage, because that serves as an encouragement for the next child that is around the suburbs of Katutura and in Namibia as large. Myself, I belong to the Velvicia 77 Athletics Club, NAST Velvicia 77 Athletics Club. It's the oldest club in Namibia, formed in 1977.
Hi.
So we are the veterans and founding member of Athletics Namibia as well. So we were quite privileged to have had two athletes competing at the Commonwealth Games, which is Gilbert Hainuka, who's currently the fastest in Namibia. And then we have Ananya Shikongo, who attained a bronze medal at the Commonwealth Games. So we call it the home of excellence. So that's what we're trying to do, man.
Asibo, you know where you and I need to go now, yeah? Let's just still staying with you. What challenges have you experienced along the way that you'd like to share, if you can share any, actually?
I mean, the life of an athlete. Luis here next to me knows the challenges, and the challenges are real. It's not an easy world. Of course, we say impossible is nothing. But however, everybody that you talk to in sports will always tell you about the funding is not there, because you first have to qualify before something. So we literally had no preparation, the ideal preparation to go to the Commonwealth Games. But it's something we take positively in our stride to see how and what we can do. So of course, when you want to compete, when you compete at the international level, for example, we know that many athletes that went to the Commonwealth Games came from the World Championships in Oregon. So which means that some were competing at meetings in Europe. So which means that that's also what we want to have ideally. Right. So somebody like Ananias, his last proper competition was but 2 months back, so that's not ideal for him to run against somebody that regularly runs. In football, you say match fitness, for example. Those are the challenges.
Luis, you recently came from the Commonwealth, or the 2022 Birmingham Commonwealth Games. Talk to us a bit about that experience. How was that like for you as a coach? How was that like for your wrestlers and your participants in your club?
No, this was a very good opportunity. We participate in the Commonwealth Games with the young wrestler Romeo Goliath. We are busy with him preparing for 2024. qualification for Olympic Games. How the coach Letu was talking before, we went to this game, but the preparation before, the way how we preparing for competing this high level, we was struggling for prepare our two wrestlers. We are individual sport. We need matching with different partners before we compete in competition like this. But we still go through with this procedure, with this program. And the Commonwealth was a very good experience, but very good games, good preparation for the wrestlers, for what we have now in the future, and continue for 2024. In 2024, one of our wrestlers can be in the team for Olympic Games.
How many wrestlers did you go with to the Commonwealth? How many, the group of wrestlers that were?
Two wrestlers.
Okay.
Two wrestlers.
Oh, okay. We're going to take a quick break. When we do return, we're going to be continuing this conversation with these two great individuals that are doing the most for the sports in the land of the brave. Rema saying, Dumebi. 99 FM, your inspiration station. Coaches Letu Hamhola and Luis Forcelledo Paz are in studio with me this morning, talking about the experience at the Commonwealth, them being coaches, how all of that has been. And of course, this time around, we're going to just get a sense of what their future plans are in terms of preparation. Luis did touch a bit on the 2024 Olympics that are coming up, and he's a wrestling coach. I've always wanted to get into wrestling, but I've always been scared to get hit in my face, Luis. If anybody would like to take up wrestling, what advice would you give them? And of course, in addition to that, what's 2024 and beyond? What does that look like?
Okay, about wrestling, I don't think so you need to afraid. Now we have one program. It belongs to the government. It's between it to the Ministry of Sport with the Ministry of Gender and Quality. It's design race block. The building is belong, how I said before, to Gender and Quality. From 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock is the program for the children beginning. And yeah, from 5:15 to 7:30, 8 o'clock in the night is training the category cadet, junior and senior together.
Okay, I'll be training the children, the beginners. I'll come for the beginners.
For the learners.
Yeah.
But it's very, very beautiful sport. It's very easy for learning also. But you must start in younger. It's our rules, in the club.
So how has your preparations for the 2024 Olympics been?
I think now in the moment all the competition will be, we've been even now in the Commonwealth Games, will be preparation. We have now next year All African Games. It's in Uganda, it's in Uganda.
Right.
Before we have African Championship, Wrestling African Championship in Tunisia. And we also having our program under 23 World Championship in Spain. The federation is busy for saying Romeo Goliath. The wrestler was now in the Commonwealth Games for competing this competition. All the competition will be preparation for
the 2024
in Africa and Oceania,
okay.
In Africa,
okay.
for 2024.
Yeah. Before we let you go, any upcoming competitions? What's in the pipeline? Any last words in terms of anybody that's interested in getting into the becoming an athlete?
Everybody can run, man. You run, you come. So we will always do the best to improve everybody, because we can't judge somebody that you're not good enough to get there. Of course, everybody wants to get to the Olympics. We have seen Namibian sports have done well in the past few years. So which means that with the results from Tokyo 2020, we can be optimistic about 2024. But however, that goes with hard work and how good our preparations would be. Of course, we are sitting with individuals like Anania Shikongo and that came back with that. Johannes Nambala, Gilbert, Bradley Murere, Beatrice, Christine, everybody. So it's a time to be optimistic. For us, it's just to put in the hard work and to receive the necessary support from corporate Namibia and government, of course. Me and Louis, we are both employed by government. So that's also the support that government gives to sport sometimes that we don't recognize and say enough. So which means that it's a hard work that lies in front of us. Yesterday is forgotten. It's about now the thing that we put in. So hope winter will be passed quickly and we can put in the hard work.
No, thank you very much, gentlemen, for making time out. We really do appreciate this. And Sibo and I will be following, and we might just come also start training.
Thank you for having us, man.
Have a great day, guys.
Yeah,
now, the socials this morning, we were joined by Coach Letu Hamhola and wrestling coach Forcelledo Paz, who took us through their experiences at the just concluded 2022 Birmingham Commonwealth Games and just what they're busy with in preparation for the 2024 Olympics. But more than that, just the work that they're busy with in the communities, trying to uplift and work with the youth and the young Namibians to bring them up to a place where they can compete internationally. That was your socials for this morning. Gwen Stefani, Sweet Escape. Top of the morning to you. Sibo and Mo in the morning. News at the top of the hour.